Yamagiri Maru was the first dive that we did during our trip to Truk Lagoon. It was also kind of like a shake-off dive. It was kind of like, not too deep. And so it was available to the recreational divers along with the tech divers. But for this trip, we had about a half and half mix of recreational divers and tech divers. There were 9 recreational divers and 11 tech divers. And of the 11, everybody but one person was diving rebreathers. This is a nice map that Masters Liveaboard produces of Truk Lagoon and all the dive sites that they normally routinely dive. As you can see here, Yamagiri Maru is over by the Fefan Island. So this is what the Yamagiri looked like in its heyday. I did learn a fun fact that Maru means cargo ship. So many of the shipwrecks at Truk are Marus, which in essence are cargo ships. So in their cargo holds, you would find stuff like torpedoes, landmines, trucks, tanks. So again, cool dive. And from my understanding, the Japanese knew the U.S. were coming. And so all the destroyers and aircraft carriers, they scuttled those ships. But the ships that were under repair remained at Truk, waiting for the U.S. The Yamagiri Maru was a fairly large ship, over 400 and almost 40 feet. She had 6 holds. She was a diesel passenger cargo vessel. It was built in 1939, and then the Japanese military obtained the ship, and she was used as a special cargo transport vessel. It was hit by a torpedo by the USS Drum in the Solomon Islands, and so what they ended up doing is they took all the cargo from the forward or aft holds and they put it in the stern holds to get the torpedo hole out of the water, and they sailed the boat to Truk Lagoon for repairs until the U.S. came and took care of it. So the Yamagiri Maru, as you can see, is lying at the seabed in about 100 feet of water. It's still pretty fully intact. You can see the torpedo hit on the starboard side, just forward of the bridge there at the waterline. You can see a big hole that you can do a swim through. But this ship was in about 100 feet of water, really good starting dive to start off the week. It had a ton of ammo and landmines and torpedoes, specifically in cargo hold 5. So very cool first dive. Drop down for our initial descent, and immediately you're like thinking to yourself, oh my gosh, this is so freaking awesome. Look how amazing the visibility is. You can see the surface. We're at 100 feet of water, and lots of coral on top of the ship, lots of marine life, and lots of cargo to check out. These are landmines that haven't been put together, but they are completely live. So if you were to put the landmines together, they would definitely blow up. Amazing first dive. Very cool shakeout dive to get your buoyancy going. And this is a femur. This was one of multiple bones that we saw throughout every single dive. We're coming around here at the aft or stern side of the ship. Just below are the screws. I'm not sure if I got footage, but there were a ton of these jellyfish. Second to last day, I got stung by one on my face and just kind of gnarled up my left cheek. We did get a swim by a couple of shark. Apparently, this one was a gray reef shark, I understand. It's kind of far away, but then it got even closer and swung by to say hello to us.